Well, good morning. There's no way to really slice this other than to say what I'm getting ready to start is it's going to be a mess. Hopefully, every video, I always start out saying what we're planning on doing, and then it always changes. So I think I'm going to change that and just wait, just tell you what I'm right now getting ready to do instead of what we hope to do the rest of the day. So that way, maybe it'll be just a surprise, or I can put it in the title, I guess. That way, I won't look so stupid when I don't do what I say I'm going to do. But right now, we've got to get this mess going on. We've got to get her shut down, and we're going to start preparing for a greenhouse. I got to kind of keep tabs on the sun today, because originally Robin was wanting to put it over in that corner. We're going to build a greenhouse, not a big one, like 10 by 10, something like that, something by 10. And I kind of mentioned that that may be the most shady part. The sun is just now starting to come over the trees. Of course, you want the most sun as possible in your greenhouse. But I'm thinking, and then she said, well, you might be right, so maybe put it over here. But I'll tell you what I'm really thinking. Look at that sun right there. A lot of sun right there. Of course, if we was to put it there, guess what we're going to have to do? We're going to have to do some grade. So, like I said, the sun is almost over the tree now, or trees. So, and it's, time is it? It's a little after 10, about 10:30. It's about 10:30 right now. So when that sun hits this area total, it'll have sun on it till, a little after 5 o'clock or so, something like that, is when the sun, well, a little bit longer than that, between 5 and 6. So I don't know about the winter time, but we're not gonna, we may try to, I don't think we'll have the greenhouse built until start on it next spring, but who knows. Like I said, I just got through saying not to say what we're going to do and not do. So, but anyway, this is what we're going to do for right now. And then the next project, I'll tell you about when I'm getting ready to do it. How about that? So, I'm going to attempt to start out by using my push mower as much as I can and weed eat. The grass is wet, but this time of year, right now, it's only 65 degrees. It's supposed to get up to 78 today, but I don't know. So, feels great. When I first looked outside this morning, it was 50 degrees. It's nice out. The dogs are out, well, kind of in and out, but Arthur, man, he's wanting to live outside right now. So, anyway, I'm gonna get started and let you see some of it, and hopefully this is going to go better than what I'm thinking it's going to go. All right, we're starting to get a touch on it here. Did that with the mower. The mower cut through it, but where it's so wet, excuse me, she was bogging down pretty bad. But I just wanted to get this cleared out so when I'm walking back and forth, at least I have a nice path. The rest of this, I'm going to do preliminary cutting with the weed eater. I'm gonna go, I know it's hard to see because it's got so overgrown, but we haven't really been, Robin said there might be a little bit of stuff left in here. I'm gonna, as I go, take a look. But I'm gonna start by going right down the middle. This is the walkway. I know it's hard to see. So get that cleared out. with the weed eater. And I know what some of you are probably thinking, better look out for snakes. Well, I'm going to as best as I can. So with that weed eater, maybe I'll chop one in half. But haven't seen a whole lot of snakes this year. I've seen a couple, but you never know in this tall grass here. So keep an eye out. All right. Well, there's a little bit of a path. My weed eater's, the head of it's starting to get clogged up, so I got to clean it. And you notice the more you use it, it starts bogging down. But I think what I'm going to do now with this center part, I kind of got off track there a little bit, is I'm going to get all this debris out, and I'm going to bring the mower up here and lower it down as low as it will go to try to get it as closer down to the dirt as I can. And then that'll be it for now, because I think we're going to try to break the little rototiller up here, just till this up. Can't really put anything on here to kill the grass because you don't want to damage the soil for the future. So, but Robin told me that there might be some corn in here, and I think she was saying over here might be some watermelon. They never did mature. The little critters got to them too much, but we can always feed it to the chickens. Not seeing anything right yet. Maybe they're over here. I don't know. We'll go through here and see what we can find. But boy, we got a long way to go. I'm not seeing any more tomatoes. We pretty much got them out a while back. Tomatoes did really good this year. But what happens with the rain, our personal life schedule, and all of that, the garden just got away from us this year. But hey, you know my saying, it is what it is. And we'll just try to improve on it next year. That's one reason we're gonna do the greenhouse. We're gonna grow some stuff in it, not just starter. All right, well, let's get this trash out of here and then get the mower up here. This mower, I tell you, I may I may just see what it'll do going through there. Go ahead and put it up on the highest setting, because it's a whole lot quicker than the weed eater, obviously. It's got a 6.5 horse motor on it. Does good. It's got I don't know if you saw the video where I bought it before. I bought it used from a fellow down the road there. Sells mowers and stuff like that. But it's got electric start on it, plus a pull start. Battery's rechargeable. I haven't recharged it yet. I probably we've only had it for a few months and we don't use it that much. But it's starting to drag a little bit when you hit the starter. It's also got the pull start, which kind of a selling factor for me. Because if the starter ever goes out, at least you can use the pull start, but it sure is a whole lot easier to turn that key. But it's got a mulching blade on it. I've got the discharge attachment on it, where the grass is so wet it's not even coming out. So, but anyway, I may just try to mow it down, run across it a couple times. Be a whole lot quicker than a weed eater, as we still have to mulch all. We have to or till all this up somehow. If we use that little tiller or go rent a bigger one, or if once it's all gone, I just get the tractor up here and do it that way. We could also do it that way. Gotta get everything out of here first though. But that did pretty good there. You can tell it's got it. That's on the lower that camera down a little bit. That's the second to the lowest setting, and I was just barely hitting. It's an automatic drive on it. Back wheels turn, doesn't have reverse on it though. But I don't think with it any lower it would even, because it was hitting some ruts right then. I was just barely pushing on it to get it to go, because if you hit it full blast, buddy, it'll flat out go. So let me try that. Well, second thought, I got to looking, and where the ground is so uneven and everything, and there's not a whole lot of stuff in there. There's some small rocks and stuff that I better off just using my weed eater first, just like I did here, and then take the mower over it. Get it down as low as we can. So just take a little longer, but it'll be all right. That didn't take me too long. That probably took me, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, something like that. Maybe a half hour. All right, so let's continue on the way the original plan was. All right. That took me, I should time it, about 10 minutes. Now I've got it down to where I could take the lawnmower over it. I kind of got an idea though, is where the sun's hitting it now. Oh, that's another thing. Greenhouse sun update. It's now full sun over here. You can see over there in the corner where we were thinking about doing it. It's still not full sun. It will be. Like I said before, that spot over there where you see the two tires, that would actually be the best spot right now. Now, when the sun is going to be kind of going that, I think, yeah, that way, not straight across, that way. So I'm not sure about when it gets to this tree, but I mean, that's going to be later on this afternoon. That'll probably be about 4 o'clock when it starts going through that tree, maybe. I'll just keep an eye on it. But I'm kind of excited about the greenhouse. Yeah, it's more work, and we're still not done. We're hoping to finish the path this weekend. Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. But I noticed something while I was weed eating. See, these are some pepper plants that we had. There was some blooms on them, and actually, if you look, I think it's a little flower bloom that'll be a pepper. I don't know. Oh, that's robin. I'm not going to cut them down yet because I have an idea that if they're going to have some more blooms on them right here. Look, there's a pepper. There's a pepper right there. Yeah, it's a small one, but, and there's one there. One there. So maybe we could put them in, transplant them, put them in some pots, because when we lived in our other house, we had peppers and tomatoes in pots because we didn't have a big yard. And man, we had peppers and tomatoes all the way up till, I mean, October sometime, before they finally, when the weather started changing. But you can see this right here, this has got some little peppers all over it. And it wouldn't be much to transplant that into some pots and just put them on the back porch or wherever. If you look, when we first moved here, fence over there on it, right on the other side of the, well, actually over there in that area where you see those flowers that Robin planted, those wildflowers, we had tomatoes in pots there last year, which is still in the shade right there, and they did good. So I don't know, it just depends on the plant too, I guess. I also noticed over here a minute ago, where did that little dude go to? I seen a little tomato. Where was that at? Now I know I saw it.
right over here somewhere. Well, anyway, if I find it again, I'll show you. It's just a little dude, but oh, here it is. Right here. It actually looks pretty good though. And that plant, oh, that plant's still, yeah, that plant's still going. It's just not got any more tomatoes on it. They're up there. So maybe we'll leave that one, or just go ahead and pick it, put it in a salad or something. Whenever it is I eat salads, I don't eat them near as much as I should. Isn't that weird? I mean, I like salads. I just don't like them all the time. Especially for work, because I tried preparing the salad the way I like to eat it, so I have room to put it in my lunchbox, and it just didn't work right. Here's some something I just noticed. If you look over there, looks like some grapes. I will definitely pick those here after a while. So we're gonna have to be selective when we go through here, cutting down stuff here in a little while. I'm gonna get all this area done first. So I got that all the way over to the peppers. Now I'll just start easing my way through here when I go through that, but I'm gonna get this area over here first. I think we're gonna go up real quick to the house and get me some water. Starting to warm up a little bit. Check on the doggos. Make sure they're not wrecking the house up. I left the back door open. It's like 65 degrees in the house, which is great. So I'm sure it's going to start warming up. The only thing about these old trailers, they warm up pretty quick. If you don't have air conditioning, you better have bought a bunch of fans. Luckily, we were blessed to be able to have air conditioning. Anyway, check on them. Maybe eat me a little sandwich for lunch and then come back down. Because this grass that I've cut now, that I've got it cut down, will start drying a little bit. Maybe it'll be a little bit easier on my mower a little bit. So this is going to start drying out too, but trouble with the tall grass, if you cut enough grass, even if it's dry up here or down there, it's still going to be wet. So we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back. All right. Back to do a little bit more work. The sun is doing good on the grass. I don't know what's going to be like down below, but it's looking pretty good right now. Little sun update for our greenhouse. It's now, let me see here. It is, I can't see it, 1:30. Sorry about that with the camera. It's 1:30 and the sun, it's going past, I know you can't probably see it because of that sun. It's going past these two trees and it's creating a shady spot. So I don't know what we're going to be dealing with here on this. Really haven't done a whole lot of research yet, but I know sun is a pretty necessary thing for a greenhouse. How much, I don't know. Now this over here, where we got that burn barrel sitting, that spot gets sun a great part of the day. So we just have to see. It's close here to the garden, so, but we got more time. We got plenty of time. The planting stage is the most important stage, really. So, all right. Gonna get back on the weed eating over here. Then I'll take the lawnmower and cut all this down. All right, let's get at it. Here's what Robin was talking about. He's laying over here. I'll take a look and see if I see any more. I don't think I do. My string came out. I think it's getting ready to bust loose is what it is. Anyway, take it easy. Well, I don't know where all those, it looks like a flue pipe. What it looks like. I don't know. Robin will be home, I'm thinking around 3 o'clock, what she said. She had something to take care of with the family in Ohio, so she'll be here as soon as she can, I'm sure. She'll probably be kind of wore out though, so. But it's still pretty early. I still got a ways to go. I'm gonna get this all the way over to here. Then I'm gonna slow down a bit and take my time getting the rest of it out. See if there's anything in here that we could use to feed the chickens or something that we could eat. I doubt it. I think we may have a battery fail. Either that, no, it is a battery fail. All right. See what we got here. Oh, probably a grass fail. Yeah, definitely a grass fail. I think. Let's see what we got here. See if it'll work now. Right. I've gone as far as the lawnmower will let me go. Gone as far as that lawnmower will let me go. I can't really go any lower. The center was a lot more level than this area because she had, you know, mounded up and stuff for her plants. So now I'm not even sure. I'll let her decide that. The ground may be too rough, too tough. It's a lot of it's, well, we had topsoil put in here, but it's gotten hard. I want to get a regular tiller. She doesn't want to spend the money on it, so that means we're not getting a tiller. She's got this little small one, but it's really meant for like flower beds and stuff. But she has gotten out here and used it before. But this whole thing needs to be redone again. It's just like you're starting from scratch as much as it has grown up. So now we're going to tackle these areas. They're going to be a little bit more difficult, a little bit more slow because a lot of stalks in here. I got stakes I got to take down where she had rows. We had beans, but rabbits or whoever got all those, and got to take all the stakes down. About the only thing that did really good was the tomatoes. Peppers did pretty good. A lot of them got eaten also. Not necessarily the peppers herself, but the flower that produces the pepper, which is really one of the most important parts. Produce peppers. So, but we will figure out a better fence plan, barricade plan for next year if need be. We'll figure something out. We had intended on putting like chicken wire around the whole log fenced area. Now the logs that were used are pretty much a lot of them are rotten. Have to replace them, but we can still put chicken wire on it. So, all right, it is time to get started on the worst part here. Broke out the big gun now. The old Trimmer Plus BC 720. My little stringer thing wasn't getting it. I don't know what that is, but it's like a tree. Hopefully I was supposed to cut it down. We'll find out. All right, we got a big mess of this done. Tomato plants are no more. I don't know if those are blackberries over there or what. There's some kind of, it might be a weed, but I'm not going to cut it down until my wife tells me. All the corn's gone. There was only one corn cob laying here that the corn had been eaten off of it, so that deer had him a good meal. Robin came home from work one day, one afternoon, and there was a deer out here eating on the corn. That was probably the one. So, I may do a little bit more clearing here. I'm getting ready to go take another break. Got to look at what we're going to have for dinner tonight. Robin's still not home yet, so I don't know if I'm going to get back out here today or not. Still got one more day. Well, kind of a day. I'm supposed to go into work tomorrow evening. I haven't heard for sure yet or not. So, still going to get up and do some stuff tomorrow. I want to get the grass on the outside of this area done too. It won't take long to do all that. Got to be done with the weed eater though, pretty much over there. That's not too bad over there. Robin kind of maintains that, but this over here is kind of more difficult. Got to restring my weed eater. Ran out of string. Trying to cut the big weeds there. I had to get my little stem whacker thing out. It did pretty good except on that biggest one. Really need to get a chainsaw on it. That was a big one, about 1.5 inches around. So that'll about wrap it up for right now. There's what I found out of everything. So that'll give our chickens something to eat. So we'll see you either later on today or tomorrow. Catch you later.